Hey, you, be careful. There's spoilers ahead.
Good morning, good afternoon, good day to wherever you guys are at. I got some news for you. Another Halo episode has dropped. And let me tell you, I did not believe that a show would give me a form of bipolar disorder. I don't have it, but it makes me feel like I do sometimes. Like, these episodes aren't the best. Like, none of them really make it past 6 in my opinion. Maybe a 7 if they're pushing it, but none of them really hit that hard for me to be too happy, but they fluctuate too much. Besides, nothing will ever hit as a hit movie of 2004, the SpongeBob SquarePants movie. Anyway, let's get right into the episode. The episode kind of starts off with Chief and McKee telepathically talking to each other throughout light years about Halo, and they're discussing how it's a weapon in that if McKee and Chief go together, they talk about how they could use it against the UNSC and the Covenant. And at some point during this conversation, Chief can see two elites coming to grab McKee, and McKee can see some Marines trying to grab Chief, and I don't know how that's possible. I've given up on questioning, like, it hurts my brain too much to do so. They proceed to break off from the artifacts, and they both go their own ways. Now, I said this last episode where the color scheme for the Covenant's not the greatest. It's just gray and lights, and it does suck that they never really put much color into it. And I might as well just keep complaining about it until I die probably. That purple is pretty, but the Arbiter is still fighting a bunch of his former soldiers and the priest during a mutiny because they haven't been in talks with High Charity, and the priest, which cool fast fact, has the last name of Mdama, which is the main antagonist for like 20 minutes in Halo 5. Also, side note, I forgot about Spartan Ops. At some point, McKee escapes, starts running off, and the priest starts following her. He's got the silliest of runs. I've never seen anything. The run was honestly so funny. I'm watching it while at work. My boss doesn't need to know this. And I was sitting there laughing. And with the help of Blue AI Lady, as someone put it, as Mr. Bean in drag, helps McKee kill the priest. On the other side of things, Chief is walking around the base on Onyx, kind of like Halo 3 ODST, where Virgil / the superintendent is helping the rookie get through the city. And I do like that. That was actually something I hope they brought from the games into the show, because it's a subtle nod if they did that. He keeps following Cortana's directions, and eventually him and Kai, because they meet up, find Ackerson. And we come to find out that Ackerson wasn't the one to pull the strings on Reach, it was actually Parangoski. And finally, after half the show, Chief finally gets his suit on. He finally puts it on. It was really nice to see all the Marines and the scientists, their reactions to see that Master Chief is still alive, which I thought looked really nice. And during this time, the Covenant finally discover the Halo ring, and I think it's pretty cool that they noted that it's the same exact solar system. No, I don't know if it's solar system, but it's in the same star system as the original one from Combat Evolved. Once Parangoski got word that the Covenant were in the system and they were looking at Halo, she thought it was the perfect time to send out the Spartan 3s. They get sent out, the first wave, Alpha Team, they get sent out, blown up instantly, and you know what she does? Send the next squad out. We then come to find out that the little device that the Spartan 3s are supposed to implant on a Covenant cruiser is a system-size bomb. It's supposed to explode all the ships in the area, supposed to blow up Halo. And the Spartan 3s don't know that. Nobody knows it. Except for now, Ackerson, who did the simulations after finding out what his Spartan 3s were going to do. Now, on the other side of Onyx, we have Quan, we have Miranda Keys, and we have Halsey still searching around in doing more research on all the Forerunner stuff, that little halo we saw was suspected to be a portal to Halo, and we come to find out that with Quan's schizo moments and her apparently blessed one, that she's able to move things around into a star system, which unlocks a door. And behind that door is a hard light bridge. And let me say, it was nice to see that. Nice to see Forerunner technology kind of like put to use. And beyond that bridge is another door. And let me say this. Let me say this. What was behind that door really got me excited to see how the rest of the show goes. I know it's probably going to be a one-off thing until next season, but all the Forerunner lore, I've always been interested in it. It's kind of like this little laboratory with a bunch of vials, and we come to find out that there's both Forerunner DNA and human DNA, and I kind of feel like they're trying to go the route of humans or Forerunners, but they also just have a couple blessed ones here and there. So I know that the librarian put in something special in John, Predator alert, and that makes him like super special that he can't like get decomposed from the decomposer from Halo 4. But I think that's what they only worked with to make just blessed ones, in my opinion. And what I think is the two coolest parts of this entire series so far is that you see a dead Forerunner. And you see a Forerunner city. And now we know where all the budget went to. That city was huge. I don't know what kind of CGI went into that, but they put their whole badussy into that thing. Now the Forerunner that's dead on the ground, not completely decomposed. I mean, it's decomposing, but it's not decomposed. Has something in its hand. And Miranda gets her hands on it and eventually starts taking it apart, but that's really about it. She kind of like slits it open, nothing more, nothing less. And after she picks it up, everything kind of starts to tumble. The light bridge goes down and everyone has to escape. But in the process of doing so, it looks like lights are turning on everywhere on Onyx. And underneath, because Onyx is a shield world, is a Forerunner city. Once they get out of there, and keep in mind that Forerunner city was pretty, and we know where the budget went for this episode. Once they get out of there, Quan looks at all the stars and everything's turning red, and she gets her visions back from the scary monster on the wall from the first episode. And this is how it's how they're bringing in the flood. They were teasing it, and no, there's no flood forms yet, but I'm pretty sure if this is greenlit for a season 3, we're going to see the flood. And now we're nearing the end of the episode. Master Chief, he's got a Condor, he's leaving, he's heading to Halo, and it ends at him looking at it. We finally see Halo, and it took way too long. Overall, though, the episode, I would say probably reaches about a 7 out of 10 on this one. I really enjoyed it. Like, it's building up. Every episode's been building up to this, but this one did way better than majority of the show in its entirety, season 1 and season 2. I can't say much for next week because I don't know; it's not out yet. But it's hyping up next week. I will say that. And if next week I am so let down, I don't know what I would do. You guys tell me what I should do, and I might do it. Anyway, thank you everyone for coming by for another video. I'm actually getting this one done pretty quickly this week, so hopefully it does pretty good with the algorithm this time, and you guys enjoy it as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you don't like and subscribe, I will find your house. I will find where you live. I will tickle you within reason.